Hi, Julie Jones from SSB Performance, Smarter, Stronger, Better Mindset Training here with this week's Mindset Made Simple Tip of the Week, brought to you by Game Day Sportswear. Happy 4th of July. We're getting ready to go to a couple barbecues, my cousins and with a bunch of friends, and of course, fireworks later. What a great day to celebrate with family and eat a lot of food, and hopefully I can keep my focus when it comes to what I really want to eat today and not what is just out there for me. But I wanted to get this out before I get going and talk about the 4 F words of focus. Now, last week we talked about obstacles and how obstacles can become opportunities. But in order to do that, we've got to figure out how to get past that initial frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, whatever it is, that fear, whatever it might be, that is involved in that obstacle. Whatever that is, to get us to the opportunity. Those things hold us back, that fear, that initial feeling. How do we get from that point, our choice, to go from obstacle to opportunity? And I've got a way that Dr. Sue Ziegler, our sports psychologist from Cleveland State, shared with us at Akron and at Cleveland State. So years ago, I was reading through some stuff and I came across it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. I haven't used this, but I forgot how important these 4 F words of focus and peak performance really are. Now, how do we take a situation like when you're playing basketball and your friend steals the ball from you 3 times and your dad yells down, how many times you can let her do that? And then you turn around and you say, shut up, Dad, right from the middle of the court. This is not focus, and it's frustration, and there's an obstacle, and now you're talking to yourself, and you got all this stuff going on. You're thinking, oh my gosh, I just told my dad to shut up. Oh my gosh, she just stole the ball from me 3 times. Now I'm probably going to dribble with my foot. Yeah, that's a little snippet of a story that happened back in the 80s in Akron, Ohio. These things happen. First of all, we know we are going to have issues that take us off of our focus. We are going to have to get back to the present and where we need to be. But like Confucius said, we can either curse the darkness or we can light a candle. So we've got to figure out how to look for the bright spots. But our brain is constantly looking for the problem. And then when it finds the problem, it talks about it forever. To our friends, to everyone, we think about it. The problem, the problem, the problem. How do we get past the problem? To get past the problem in our performance, we've got to do it quickly. Because if we stay on the fact that Chris Hoffman just stole the ball from you 3 times, you are never going to score another point. You're not going to be able to get back on defense and keep her from scoring. Right? We've got to do it quickly. In the game that I coach, there's so much time. But ultimately, there's really not a lot of time. You have to go from one play to another, and you've got to be better in the next play than you were on the last play if the last play was a mistake. So what do? Dr. Ziegler suggested that we use the 4 F words. We've got fudge. You can choose whatever word you want for that, another F word if you'd like. Fix, forget, and then focus. Fudge, acknowledge it, let it out. You can be pissed off for a second, or you don't have to be happy. No one said you have to celebrate the fact that you just screwed up. You have to acknowledge it. This is what I did. Acknowledge it, let it out. I screwed it up. Okay, boom, there it is. We don't have to judge it right then and there, but if we stay frustrated or we stay just irritated, we are not going to be able to play next. That's where the fix, the forget, and the focus come in. So next, we're going to fix it. We said fudge, screwed up, Now we fix, now we picture what we want to happen. This can take 2 seconds. Going back to our visualization, we've talked about visualization lots of times. See what we want. What do we need to do now? Not just see what we just did wrong. I had a kid that pitched for me, and every time she threw a bad pitch, she would redo what she just did wrong. Well, what's she doing? She's solidifying the fact that she threw the ball down on the ground, and now that's what her hand sees again, her mind sees it again, and guess where the ball is going to go in the next pitch? Let's fix it. See what you want. What comes next? And then we have to forget. This is the hard part. How do we forget? We've got to think about what our next move is. Forgetting is difficult. This is what holds us back. This is the step that we have to get past to be able to focus. Forget. Say your word. Take a deep breath. Pause for just 1 second in your racing mind. Even if your body can't pause, if you're getting back down to the court, get that breath and reset yourself to the present. This is where our reset technique comes in, whatever that is. You look at something, you smack your leg, you turn the page, you pinch your leg like I did when I was at Cleveland State to make sure I was staying in the present. Get ourselves back to now. Forget. if you're in the present, you're not remembering what just happened. You're thinking about what's going on right now. And then finally, focus. What's my next best move? Where am I? What do I need to do? That's our focus. We're bringing it all back in to get back to the cycle of our approach, our reaction, and then the result, and then our reaction. Right? We're focused in on what it is that is what's coming next. Fudge, fix, see what you want, forget, deep breath, let it go, focus, back to the now, back to what is important now, our win. These are the steps to get us from obstacle back to opportunity. And if we don't practice this system, we can't get through it. It takes a practice system to get us from the fear or whatever it is that's over here to the opportunity and the bright spot. Get past that negativity bias. Let the problem go just for now so that we can get on with our business and get to the peak of our performance and go where we need to go. So fudge, fix, forget, focus. Those are our 4 F words. Try it out, practice it, have your athletes figure out what those steps look like for them. It's not going to look exactly the same for every athlete. It may not look the same for you. But these 4 F words, they will work. They'll get you to a better place to focus and a better performance. Don't forget to go to ssbperformance.com/focus and sign up for next week's free coaching webinar on It Starts With You, Coach. Time to think about how your mindset affects those you lead and your peak performance. And until next week, enjoy the day with your family. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Manage the moments.